Long ago, in a prosperous kingdom surrounded by rivers and fertile land, there ruled a wise but proud king. The king had 3 daughters, each more beautiful and intelligent than the last. The eldest princess was graceful and thoughtful. The second princess was clever and sharp-tongued. The youngest princess, however, was different. She was gentle, kind, and spoke only what her heart truly felt. The people of the kingdom admired her sincerity, though some mistook it for simplicity. The king loved his daughters deeply, but as he grew older, a question often troubled his mind. How much do they truly love me? One day, he decided to find the answer. Calling his daughters to the grand hall, the king seated himself on his golden throne and said, "My daughters, tell me how much you love me. Your answers will please my heart." The eldest princess stepped forward first and said, "Father, I love you more than gold and silver. You are more precious to me than all the treasures of this kingdom." The king smiled with satisfaction. Next came the second daughter. She bowed and said, "Father, my love for you is greater than diamonds and jewels. Even the finest gems cannot compare to you." The king nodded proudly, pleased with her words. Finally, the youngest princess approached. She looked at her father calmly and said, "My father, I love you as much as salt." The hall fell silent. The king's face darkened with anger. "Salt? Something so common and cheap. Is that all my worth to you?" The princess tried to explain, but the king's pride was wounded. "If this is how little you value me," he declared, "you shall no longer live in my palace." Despite the tears in her eyes, the youngest princess did not argue. She bowed respectfully and left the palace with only the clothes she was wearing. The princess walked for hours until she reached the edge of a dense forest. Exhausted and frightened, she came across a small, poor hut. Inside lived an old woman and her son, a humble woodcutter. Seeing the princess's condition, the old woman welcomed her warmly. The princess told them her story, though she did not reveal her royal identity. Moved by her kindness and modesty, the old woman offered her shelter. From that day on, the princess lived as a common girl. She helped with household chores, cooked meals, and learned the simple joys of life. Though her hands grew rough and her clothes plain, her heart remained peaceful. The woodcutter was hard-working and honest, though very poor. Over time, he and the princess grew close, bound by respect and understanding. One day, while chopping wood in the forest, the young man discovered something glittering beneath a tree. It was a diamond of extraordinary size and brilliance. He hurried home and showed it to the princess. "This could change our lives," he said. The princess examined it carefully and replied, "Take it to the city and sell it wisely. Do not accept coins easily. Let your intelligence guide you." In the city bazaar, the woodcutter approached a wealthy jeweler. The man was astonished by the diamond's beauty and offered a large sum of money for it. The young man shook his head. "I want something more secure than coins," he said. After long negotiations, the jeweler agreed to exchange his entire shop, including its goods, tools, and reputation, for the diamond. The woodcutter returned home, having become the owner of a jewelry business overnight. The princess smiled calmly and said, "Prosperity must be handled with wisdom." The business flourished. The young man became known for fairness and honesty. He helped the poor, paid fair wages, and gained respect across the city. Soon after, the old woman arranged the marriage of her son and the princess. Though simple, the wedding was filled with genuine happiness. One morning, the princess said to her husband, "Hire laborers and build a palace here in the forest." Though surprised, he trusted her judgment. 40 workers were hired, and a magnificent palace rose where the humble hut once stood. It took 2 years to complete, becoming a marvel of architecture hidden among the trees. Their wealth increased, but the princess never forgot humility. Many years later, the king, now older and weary, went hunting with his vizier and guards. After a long day with no success, they became lost in the forest. Hungry and exhausted, they suddenly came upon a splendid palace. "Who lives here?" the king asked. "A great jeweler," replied a guard, "a man famous for generosity." The king decided to stay the night and test this man's hospitality. The princess recognized her father immediately when she heard the news. Calmly, she ordered a grand feast. She instructed the servants carefully. "All rich dishes must be prepared without salt. Only the simplest food may contain it." The king and vizier were served pilau, meat, sweets, and sherbet, beautiful but tasteless. They finally ate only spinach and coarse bread. When asked, the king said, "Without salt, food has no value." At that moment, the princess entered. "My father," she said gently, "you are dearer to me than salt is to food." Recognition struck the king like thunder. The princess revealed everything. The king bowed his head in shame. "You were right," he said. "Love is essential, just like salt." He embraced his daughter with tears in his eyes. The king took the princess and her husband back to the kingdom, and later entrusted the realm to him. From that day on, the kingdom was ruled with wisdom, humility, and compassion. And the king never again underestimated the value of simple things.